This is a Type C tutorial for visual mode, and I'm gonna show you how I think it's probably the easiest way to once to see this game with a ship. This mode rather, Arcade Original. And the overall idea is I do some pretty minimal scoring to try and achieve the 450k extend. And using overall like very safe routes that are easy to execute and hard to fuck up. The 700k extend is a bit of a tall order, so we won't be getting that one. So for stage 1, I'm, well, for the entire game mostly, I'm intentionally battle playing because I want to simulate what it's like, you know, not like point blanking everything, which I normally would do, or point blank most things in any case. So to have like a bit more realistic breakage generation. For stage 1 and for the rest of the replay, I'll be grabbing some full locks every now and then. These aren't all mandatory, but I do most of these in very safe locations, so you don't have to like you won't have to take any risks. And I often grab a full lock during breaks when you have iframes, and that is the perfect time to grab one if you don't have one already. So stage 1 is nothing fancy. As you can see, the first break is... You can get it way earlier than I did. And it's not difficult at all, but I'm using this timing to like simulate, you know, a not very optimal routing. And it is very easy to get that double break. And the reason by the way, we're using these double breaks is because we want as many stars as possible. There's nothing really grand to it. It's just double breaks give a huge amount of stars. This section is a little bit important to learn, but not really. The way I'm just doing a way where it's very easy to get a multiplier going into the lake rush, which is another spot we're gonna double break. Should probably speed up this stage. Anyway, I use a lock here, I get a multiplier, a break, and that gives me a lot of timer here. And I use another lock. We're not going for full lock because that's a bit more annoying to set up. So I just went for this, and we're just gonna sit here in the middle. And I think I forgot to mention this because I'm very good at rambling and forgetting my original point, but as you can see right now, if you look at the star counter, it's going up like really high. That's thanks to double breaks, and these double breaks is how we're gonna get all our extends in this game, in this mode. And of course you're extremely powerful during double breaks, so most of the time you'll be using them, you'll be extremely safe. There are some exceptions, but I think it's worse not having a double break in those sections. So some things about the lock-on multiplier, it actually increases how much gauge you get from destroying an enemy, and that's why it's kind of important sometimes. You can see how it jumps a bit every time I destroy something. That's due to the gauge you receive when something's being destroyed is being multiplied by the lock-on. I grab another one here. Just keep shooting. I'm intentionally staying very low at the screen for most of this, because, yeah, like I said, I want to simulate break generation for someone who isn't point blanking. Let's use a double break here. Nothing special. Let's go to normal speed for a bit. This boss, you really don't have to do this. It's just a very easy way I do this boss. Some score and some stars. This turret only shoots 3 times, the first wave. Let's go back. It's gonna shoot once, twice, and thrice. I'm not sure if that's a word, but And as you can see, the arm is blinking, and because of our positioning, all the locks went onto the laser arm. So whenever we let go of the lock, it's gonna break. We can break here. We get some timer. We can break the other arm, and then we can shoot the boss a bit. And then we double break. And we kill the boss with the lock on. Got a decent amount of stars doing this. We got like 6k from this boss in total. But you don't have to do this. I'm gonna grab the gauge here. If you have this much gauge already, then you don't need to grab the gauge item. This is just... If you want to do the route I do on stage 2, you need this much energy, more or less. Gonna grab a lock-on multiplier here. So we get some basic energy for our wide shot here. I actually use the wide shot like quite a lot here, or in the replay in general, because it's very easy to use and it is extremely powerful. Like, of course the damage isn't very good, but the spread is insane, and it does, you know, the damage is okay. It's good enough for Sako, and that's exactly what you want to use it for. Notice how I just upgraded my lock-on multiplier to 11.2 from using the break there. And once we're ready, we can use the double break here. Even if you don't get this, it's fine. By the way, this replay also intentionally gets like 580k stars, or somewhere around that ballpark, just to have some leeway for the 450 extend. I just grab about 12.8 right as this quadriverse appears, and then I just destroy it. And yeah, just more wide shotting. Speed up again. You can point blank these bases on the right. Look at them, they have a lot of HP, so you can get a lot of gauge here from just point blanking them. They do absolutely nothing but just sit there. Slowly destroy these. Lock-on multiplier doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but you don't need it, clearly, because I'm not doing it. I grab a lock-on multiplier here. Don't need this one either, but you might as well. I grab another one here because it's completely safe. Then I just do a very, very slow stream to the other side of the screen. When I get to the wall, I break. Then I double break. You can just keep using a lock like this, and you target the right one. This pattern is just streaming, by the way. And there, the boss is dead. I also got a full lock kill, because why not? You don't need to though. You can grab the gauge item like this. Honestly, you don't even need a gauge item. You can pick up the star item here if you want. I mean, I just did this in like one go, so not everything is exactly optimized. But that's also the point. So we got the gauge item here, and then I'm just gonna wait here a bit. I want to catch as many dangerous sections as I can with this double break, so grab a lock on, double break, and shoot. More wide shot. There's gonna be Sako coming in after that quadriverse, but we're wide shotting, so everything just dies. Slow stream to the right. Just kill the minecarts and everything breaks. And that's it for the stage portion. As you can see, we have 135k stars right now, and it's a pretty decent amount for this at this point in the game, with extremely easy routes to do. This boss is not very difficult, but he does have a couple of things to watch out for. And main thing is, you don't wanna break too many arm pieces, because the more arm pieces you destroy, the more he's gonna shoot from his main body later on. So in the first phase, I'm just shooting his main body here. I'm gonna break here, and I figured might as well go for double breaks. I start shooting the arm parts of it, and get a full lock kill here. If you have a bit more duration, like if you did a cancel earlier, then it's gonna work out perfectly with this rain. I didn't do that though, so I bombed, but that's completely fine. You don't, it doesn't matter. Also, look at this pattern here. It's just gonna spawn some of these bullets from the footsteps, and then there's like an aimed spread. You just have to stream this. Like I said, you don't have to do the phase one like I did. You can... everything you see here is like completely optional. Just make sure the boss dies and you aren't. It's not a very difficult boss. He's gonna start firing the red things from his main bottom that I talked about. And he's gonna fire these aimed spreads 3 times. Each one worse than the one before. And yeah, we just kill him before anything dangerous happens, really. Just keep moving during these aimed shots, as you can see, because yeah, they're aimed and you keep tracking you, unlike some other modes. Grab the star item here. We're gonna be mostly grabbing stars from now on, because you get a lot of stars for basically no effort just doing that. Stage 1 here, we're gonna hug the right and we're gonna grab a lock-on. And then we're gonna wide shot some more. These pods you're gonna see, you kind of want to macro them. You don't want to, like, you know, they release these revenge bullets falling down, and you kind of want to macro them. You don't want to like just stay under them and try to dodge it. I mean, you can, but it is more dangerous, so I wouldn't do it. Just keep wide shotting, and it's safe to grab a lock-on multiplier when all the like flying pods are dead. That's fine, and we can break here. And I'm not... oh, I am actually double breaking this replay. But that is fine too. As you can see, we're still getting like some stars, while even though we don't have a lock-on multiplier. You can sit here in the middle and we'll just die, except the one flower was blocking the shots. These flowers don't have hitboxes. We're gonna macro these pods again. And yeah, we can just go up, grab the locks there, and yeah, and here we can do a very slow stream. And if you want, you can grab a lock on here. In fact, it'd be pretty good if you did. It's pretty safe. Nice to do a break here, like in case you don't want to restream like ever, you can do that. And but I would probably do like 1 restream so you can easily get 2 double breaks here, a double break instead of like a single break. Because if you noticed, I was a bit close on energy there. Let's look at it again. My energy isn't very good here, so if I just went over to the other side like right now, I would be close to full just from killing all the ants or spiders, whatever they are. If you don't have a double break, you have to like go all the way to the left here for that first laser attack, because that's how far it's gonna go. But yeah, we just delete this boss with no effort whatsoever. We grab the stars there. You don't have to grab it like I did, you can just grab it as it's falling down. Be a bit careful of this section, and also slow down. You see those big ships that just came in, the mid-sized ship? They only spawn if you destroy all the pods. So I stop shooting here and I let one go, and it doesn't spawn, because otherwise there would be a mid-sized ship coming in. Just abusing the wide shot as much as possible, not getting a big ship here either. Try to remember how these waves look, by the way, so you know where these pods are gonna go. The balls, rather. I'm gonna break when it looks like I have to dodge, like literally anything. Don't have to double break here. Just move to the left here, or right, depending on where they spawn. It's based on your position. Here, we can grab another lock-on, and we can just go back and forth like this at the top or at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Top is better, but you know, it's hard for things to go wrong when you're at the bottom, so it's getting some free energy that way. You kind of have to do some wide macro sweeps here. This section can be a bit tricky. In fact, most of the stage here is kind of tricky, and for the most part it's okay to fire off a bomb. But I will try to break the harder parts. So one of those harder parts is coming up right here. It's gonna double break immediately. Try to speed kill these, and we're just gonna go slowly around this thing. It's not dangerous at all. You can do it way better than I did as well. You get a cancel every time you destroy the heads of these worms. I think they're called galleon worms. Not that it matters. This part pretty tricky. It's actually pretty important you destroy the flowers as soon as you can, because they add a lot of clutter on the screen. And here this part can be a bit tricky, so we use a plan bomb here. And we catch, we're gonna use the iframes, and we catch all three of those big ships. Make sure you kill these flowers faster than I did here. It's kind of annoying. Then we can use another break here. In fact, you can use it earlier than I did. It's not that important. We just kind of point blank this thing, the main body, because we want it dead as soon as possible. We don't need score here or anything. Just keep shooting the main body. The pattern from the main body actually gets worse if you destroy the side pods, so it's kind of beneficial if you don't. It's just a waste of time, really. You can macro some of these patterns, like he's always going to move to the right here at first, so I move to the left. And you have to do some dodging, or like standing still in the gaps. When it looks like you have to dodge here, you can break. And then you can go up, kill the boss. You can either use the double break like right now, or you can break during the spin. In this replay I'm going to show off breaking during the spin. I actually think the spin is like extremely trivial, so I don't... In my opinion, I don't think it's worth it, but... I know this pattern can be a bit of a challenge for newer players, or more inexperienced ones. Because, well, it's a pretty unique pattern. It's not often you have to like spin around the screen like this. So I break here. Let's pretend we were in danger, and it's over. I kind of wanted to enter a double break here, but I decided too late and accidentally bombed instead. But that's fine. It doesn't matter at all, really. Also, a thing worth mentioning, remember how I talked about entering double break right at the start of second form? It is gonna make the pattern harder. It's gonna make the spinning pattern harder. Well, not the laser spin, but the bullet spin that it does before that. Because when you're in break or double break, the enemy's rank, the aerial rank is gonna increase. Like aerial enemies fire more bullets. It's more dense most of the time. You won't notice this for a lot of the game, because you know you're very strong in double break and things just die before they get to do anything, really. So you won't notice this, but on that first pattern you can definitely notice the double break rank. Also, speaking of rank, the only rank in this game is star rank, and of course the temporary double break rank. I pause here because I had to go to the toilet. I think. I forgot. Either way. It's not a very long pause. And yeah, the double break rank, or break rank at all, is temporary, and it only lasts during the break, and then it's gone until... Yeah, it's basically gone forever. There is star rank, but it only increases bullet speed. So I don't think it's anything to worry about. In fact, having low star rank might make some patterns harder because they're way more dense that way. Like bullet speed is actually beneficial to you sometimes. I grabbed a bomb restore there, because yeah, stage 3 is kind of tough, so you might have to drop a couple of bombs on it. And I did drop 2 or 3, I forgot. So we can grab a bomb restore on the stage 3 end if you want to. Let's go back a bit because the start is kind of mildly important. We're gonna grab a lock-on. We can shoot these for some free energy. Gonna head over to the left here. Let's lock on to the things in the middle. We're gonna make a very slow stream here. There's absolutely no risk involved whatsoever. We don't have to restream at any points, and we're gonna use a double break, a break here, just so we don't have to dodge anything, honestly. These ships fire aim bullets. As long as you keep moving in one direction, you won't get hit. Stream slowly to the left. You can see there's some clutter to the right, so we'll stream to the left there. Once these ships are gone, we restream, and then we do a slow stream to the other side again. Four more ships here. Planes, whatever you want to call them. You stream them. I grab a lock on here, you don't need to at all. Just stay here on the right and use your wide shots. It's very safe. You can break right here if it looks scary. Then you can evolve it into a double break if you want to. It's completely fine. But I'm gonna save it here for this one. You can also do it completely without breaks and you will have full energy going into the section. That's also fine. As soon as I destroy the first thing, the first pod with a lock-on, I'm gonna enter a break. And then we're just gonna focus on speed killing this, because that's basically the easiest way to get past this. It's not that hard, but you can... this section is very easy if done right. Basically I had to dodge nothing. This boss, it can be a bit of a hurdle. If you still have double break, make sure you hit the boss a bit to lower his HP. If you don't have a double break, whenever it gets sketchy you can just push a bomb into him. And try to use your iframes to inflict as much damage as you can. Okay, doesn't matter. We have bombs to spare, for sure. You don't need this much energy at this point, but might as well. And you'd probably want to grab the gauge item here. There's a safe spot for these pods, but I actually forgot where it was, so let's do some light improvisation. Type C is very safe from being rammed in the butt either way from these planes, as long as you don't these balls, as long as you don't move into them. A break here. As soon as this one appears, we double break. We just wanna try to speed kill these. Don't pretend you're playing unlimited like I used to. Just focus on the one you shoot. The one that first appears. It's gonna end here, but this one will die shortly, so we get a free cancel here. And if you want, you could have bombed right there. We can just sit here in the middle. Rarely, right at the end, you might have to dodge something. We're gonna misdirect the boss to the right here. So we can basically not have to... Actually, it's not important in this mode at all, because our priority targets is not the same as the mode I usually play. But I want to stress that it's really important to destroy these pods like right next to the main body. You see this I'm shooting at? Because they fire bullets completely at random. So they can be quite dangerous. And it got mildly sketchy there, so I broke there. This planning can be difficult, so you know, if it feels dangerous, just bombs away. You can also do this and just go into a break and then a double break and kill the boss. And we point blank main body as much as we can here to deal damage while we can, like 3 damage. You get a free turret cancel whenever you destroy, a free bullet cancel whenever you destroy a turret here. The safest turret to keep is the laser turret. You can like seal all the bullets, or you can head to the bottom like that and try to dodge it, but sealing them is better. I just want to show off both. And here we can just bomb. Why not? We can bomb again if we want to. It's not important. There's 40k stars here, so if you feel confident in your star count right now, you could either grab the bomb recovery or the star item if you don't feel as comfortable with it. Okay, I hope you can counter free, because this is very important. It's not. Listen to the audio. 1, 2, yeah. So there's gonna be 3 tanks, and when you hear the first 2 explosions, you can safely go to this last tank that is invincible off screen. You can point blank him for some free energy. And here again, we need to count. This first ship. 1, 2, restream. 1, 2, 3, 4, restream. 1, 2, 3, restream. Very shortly there's gonna be another one right there. It's kind of important to memorize the middle ship spawn locations here and the turrets. It's not hard to execute, but there's gonna be 2 more ships. 1 stream. 2 more ships. Here we can use a break. We start at left here and can do some damage. I destroyed it there, but the idea is to break here, and it's fine. Just use a single break, and that will take care of those 2 big tanks very easily. And I use another single break here. I've used iframes, so you can point blank these tanks, make them completely harmless. These missiles give you some energy when you destroy them. Completely optional, you don't have to do this at all. You can if you want to. In fact, it's probably better if you do, but like I said, it's not important. I'm gonna try to grab a lock-on right here. I'm gonna break immediately after. Here. Then we go into the double break. There's a lot of tanks at the side. We're getting huge stars from here. In fact, it's not a lot. They're just infinitely respawning. As soon as you destroy one, a new one comes out. So just hugging the walls there will give you a lot of stars and score and break rate. All good things. Let's slow down for a bit. Let's watch this again. There's gonna be pods from the center sometimes, and that means you have to go to the other side more or less. Just use your wide shot, abuse it. And when these planes start coming in, make sure you're on the right, and we just make a slow stream to the left. There's gonna be a Hydra sphere coming down here. Gets a free bullet cancel every time you destroy one. One on the left, one on the right, and the one in the middle. And there's only 3 of them, but if you destroy them like way too fast, you might get 4. Be careful of that. Just clear out some tanks before this one comes in, and then we start point blanking this body. This section is difficult. There's no question about it. It is a difficult section, and you could use a bomb here. You could also not use a bomb and make the upcoming section very trivial, because that one can be a bit of a ball ache too. Like I mentioned before, we try not to hit the side pods too much, because that's gonna make the main body pattern worse. Just keep using wide shots, it's very powerful, so make sure you use it. You see this big tank coming in, break. Point blank it with your iframes. Double break, why not? Let's use it. Don't even need this double break, but you can, so might as well use it. And these last two tanks, again, abuse the iframes for the second one and destroy the third one. You're basically all powerful in double break, so can't really do anything to you. Notice how we already had 450k extend, and there's a lot more stars that you could get coming up. Tanks coming in. As soon as I get a full lock, I release it and I start shooting. You get a lot of meter from destroying these tanks like this, which is useful. And you can stay on the left if you want to get more meter, like I do here, or you can stay in the middle. So these purple bullets are aimed at you, and the boss itself, the main body, is gonna alternate a laser pattern. Like it's firing left, now right, and now left again. So you kind of want to go like left and left, right. You know, like you're dodging the areas that don't have laser. I'm gonna break. This pan is kind of hard. It doesn't look that hard at this speed, but so we're breaking here, point blanking, double break. Why not? And here, it doesn't matter what you do really. Just try to kill it before it fires any bullets, and you can just do this. Just point blank it. It's fine. I wanted some extra score here for some reason, so I kill it with a full lock. But completely unnecessary. You don't have to do that at all. Just point blank the main body the entire time, and it's fine. You can grab bomb restore here if you've used any. You can grab stars if you need them. You can grab gauge if you want it. The choice is yours. This stage 2 boss coming from below can be a bit of a pain. It's kind of important you don't destroy him before before the third wave of these blue bullets, because that's gonna spawn another one. You don't want that, trust me. And as you just saw, you can use these bombs here. It's completely fine. If it looks scary, just use a bomb. And you can break or use another bomb here and destroy the boss. If it's a break or bomb, it doesn't matter. It's not important. Of course, a break is preferable, but a bomb is completely fine too. Doing some extra milking here of these chips. Although I would probably not do this and just focus on speed killing them. Just hit him in the core. But you can get some extra energy by doing that. It's fine. Let's go over this section slowly. Clear out all these buildings that shoot circular spreads. Not super important, but they might fire something when you don't want them to. Want to clear out these AGs so they don't block our path in the future. Just head up here. When you're up here, you're sealing all the bullets from the new ones coming in. You're also destroying them before they get to do anything. And we just stay here, making a very slow stream, very safe. And when the lasers start like blocking our path, we can break. Then we can start point blanking the core. Then we can double break and bam, it's dead. Make a fast sweep to left here. You have double breaks, so use your wide shots as much as you can. It's kind of important you keep track of the tank locations here. Let's point blank this one too. So I'll die as quick as possible. More wide shot abuse. It's really strong, so keep using it. You don't have to do this exact route for this part, but it is a bit of a clusterfuck, so using those double breaks can make this section very easy. And for the last one here, the last maelstrom, we're just gonna use a bomb or a single break. In this case I use a single break and then a bomb, because why not? Yeah, this looks a bit hairy, so break. It's fine. Just try to keep track of the tanks coming in to the left so you don't get surprised by them. Not much more to say here. Just if it looks scary, you can bomb. These pods, you can use white shot or you can focus fire these now. And when there's like a further screen left or halfway, whatever you want, make a very sharp restream like this. You don't have to, but this replay is about making everything as safe as possible. This pattern is easier the closer you are, more or less. You just go side to side like this, and you're playing type C, which is very powerful, so there's nothing to worry about really as far as damage control goes. Also, I forgot to mention this, but point blank does more damage, but hopefully you'll be able to understand this from what I've been showing. Same here. I used a break right before I destroyed the first form, and then I'm gonna use a double break pretty soon after, during this first wave. And the reason for this is because the pattern that comes after this is pretty fucking bullshit. You don't want to dodge that at all, so you want to speed kill this. Just try to keep calm during this and stream only when the bullets appear. Of course, the lower you are down on the screen, the tighter it gets, so stay as high as you can. Try not to run the boss though. You can see a glimpse of the pattern here. It's kind of annoying, so don't dodge it, please. This pattern's also quite tough, and these red bullets come out when the turrets are destroyed, and yeah. I don't know what to say. When the turrets are destroyed, the red bullets stop coming, so that's a good time to restream. Just try to stay in the center, deal as much damage as you can. You can use a break or a bomb. And here we're gonna misdirect the first bounce to the right, and we're just gonna stream slowly to the left. When it gets close, bomb. And then we slowly stream to the right. It gets close, bomb, point blank. That's it. A very easy attack with 2 bombs. As you can see, I have 566k stars. We can use the stars if we need them. We can use... Don't use gauge. But you can use the bomb recovery like I do here. Dodge his pattern or don't. It's... At this point, you can do whatever you want. As long as the boss is dying in you or not. Watch how I'm doing these. This laser slash spread pattern. Very easy if you do it like this. And make sure you end this as soon as you can. Just stay in the center. If you stay in the center, it's quite easy. Like, just stay there and you can use a break, and then don't double break, because you want to use a bomb for this opening pattern here, because it can get scary. I don't think it's scary. Not at this star rank, but if you think it is scary, then you can bomb there. Use 2 bombs here, because this pattern is kind of scary. You don't want to have to dodge it if you can. Well, we have another bomb here, so... And bombs have like no value on the final, so just keep using your bombs. This pattern is very hard. Like, it is just hard, and I wasn't playing very well here. So take a hit. Almost take another one, but like I said, this is the hardest pattern in the game, so... This is what your resources or your lives are for. Should have died there. That was such a bad read. Anyway, that's it. We're clear with 4 lives in spare. And we barely got to take, like... We barely had to take any risks whatsoever. This is about as safe as you can get. And you get a fair amount of resources doing it this way. And don't let anyone tell you that the star rank is a bad thing at this level. It really doesn't matter at all. In fact, I think it's more of a help. I ramble a lot during this replay, but if you have any questions, you can ask any comments or on Discord, whatever. Hopefully it is useful for anyone who wants to clear this mode. Goodbye.